Hello everyone, welcome to TspApp. Today we are going to study artificial intelligence. But before we start artificial intelligence, I want to show you what all things we will study. This is the first video and the first lesson of artificial intelligence. Okay, so what is the lesson? The lesson will talk about introduction to AI ki introduction. Okay, the topics include, you can see here, definition of AI, the different definitions given by the organizations, need or significance of AI, the different examples of AI, application or scope of AI, disciplines of AI, types of AI, advantages and disadvantages, challenges, intelligence, and at last history of AI. All these topics we will study in detail, but first we will start with AI introduction. Okay, artificial intelligence. Let's start. Artificial. Okay, the first word is artificial, as the term artificial means something which is man-made. So what is artificial intelligence? It is the technique which we use to create machines. We create the machine intelligent, and as we as a human are creating the machine intelligent, then the intelligence that the machine will possess is called artificial. Okay, now let's see what is the meaning of artificial intelligence given here. Artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science. We all know we are studying artificial intelligence. It is a part of computer science. It is focused on creating machines, focused on creating systems or machine capable of performing tasks that normally requires human intelligence. Any task which require human intelligence, we are helping the machine to perform those tasks on its own self. We are making the machine intelligent. In such a case, we call this technique artificial intelligence. Now, what are those tasks that are included in this intelligence? These are the tasks here. You can see learning, reasoning, problem solving. Matlab, what is problem solving? We are trying to solve a problem. Okay, then perception, understanding anything in our surrounding. Okay, language understanding. If someone is speaking, the machine will be able to understand. Decision making, taking decisions based on the available options or input. Now these are all the tasks which require human intelligence. You can think on your own self. Before AI came, all these tasks required human interference. Machine could not take decisions which are related to all these things. Okay, machines just did some static. We used to program the machine with static code, and the machine used to perform those tasks. But with AI, machines got the power to analyze the data. Analyze the data. Suppose you are seeing reels on your mobile. AI can predict, or AI is used for predicting the next reel which will come into your feed. Okay, so this is done by analyzing the data. The AI is analyzing the available set of data. It is recognizing the pattern. Suppose I am seeing the reels of AI only. All my reels of my feed will be filled with AI related contents. Learn from experience. Machines are able to learn from their experience. Okay, AI has the capability to improve on its own self. Then make intelligent decisions. We have seen the various cases where a smart car has to take a decision whether to turn left or turn right in some situation, in critical situation. So this is how machines are able to take decision with the help of technology called artificial intelligence, with minimal human intervention. Okay, so what is the role of humans? Very minimal. What is minimal? Very less. So the role of humans are very less in such case, and this is all about artificial intelligence introduction. Now we will go to definition of AI. Different organizations have defined artificial intelligence in different ways. we have the Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog, do you know the meaning, the term, the Niti Aayog or the organization Niti Aayog? Niti Aayog is the organization which plans things. So Niti Aayog has made several plans which are related to AI. One of the plan is National Strategy for AI. Okay. Now in that document we find the meaning of artificial intelligence as follows. AI refers to the ability of machines to perform cognitive tasks. Ability of whom? Machines. What? Perform cognitive tasks. What are these cognitive tasks? Cognitive tasks are those tasks which generally requires our brain, thinking. Okay, so what are these? We have thinking as one of the cognitive tasks, perceiving, understanding everything around us, perceiving, learning from past experience, problem solving, okay, solving a problem, and taking decision making. So all these things, if a machine has the ability to do these things, then we call it artificial intelligence. The definition was very simple. Now let's see what this another organization is saying about this AI. Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. So it is one of the famous organizations. It says machine based system. What is AI? A machine based system, a system which is machine based, and for objective infers how to generate outputs. What does AI do? It infers how to generate the next output. AI predicts content, it recommends, and it takes decisions that influence physical or virtual environment. So I gave the example of a smart car. We have a car which is driven by AI. In such a case, the car has to take a decision whether to turn left or right. In such case, what we can see is that the AI is able to influence the physical environment. Physical environment is those environment which we can touch. Suppose I can touch the table. Okay. And what is virtual environment? Virtual environment is that environment which are related to computer or virtual or 3D space. As we can see in games, we have 3D spaces. Next we have the third definition. The third definition is of AI Act. As you all know, what is an act? Act is a bill. When passed by a parliament, it becomes an act. Now what is this act? AI Act. If you know, the Europeans have something called European Union. European Union is like a group. They have their own parliament and they have passed a proper act which is dedicated to AI. What does this act define artificial intelligence as? It defines AI as a machine based system operating with varying level of autonomy. Again, machine based system, and this machine based system is operating with varying level of autonomy. What is autonomy? Autonomy means freedom. So machine can work on its own self. It is not asking humans. It is not taking the advices of humans. It is not asking for pop-up dialogues. What should it do next? Okay, so AI is something, a machine-based system which is working with varying level of autonomy that may adapt after deployment. This is very important. The machine is able to adapt after deployment. What is after deployment? Deployment means we have put the machine in real world case for the real world public to use that machine. Okay, we call it production environment. Okay, so after deployment, if the machine is able to adapt, what is adapting? Making changes based on the different situation. Okay, and generates outputs such as prediction, content recommendation, decision. These are the different types of outputs that we expect a machine to predict. We will see the different examples, then we will understand how is machines predicting new things. Next, let's see the needs or significance of AI. Needs or significance of AI. It is quite common and I hope you can write on your own self the different the needs of AI. The word significance also means needs, so don't get confused. The first need is to handle information. We all know if a human is asked to do a task which requires large amount of data, processing large amount of data, understanding the patterns, it will take days for a human. But with AI we can do tasks very quickly. We can ask a question on different chatbots like ChatGPT and it will give us answer within a minute or within seconds. Okay, then automate tasks. What are automate tasks? We have something called N8N. This is your homework. You will try and research about this software N8N. Various organizations are using N8N to automate tasks. What are these tasks? Suppose we have a new student who gets enrolled in a school. He or she gets admission in a school. A person has been given the task to send emails, to send the certificates, to give some PDFs, introductions about the schools, the rules of schools. In such a case, we can create an a repetitive work can be created in form of an automation. We call it automation. We can use this software to automatically do the task. In such a case, we are doing some repetitive task which was consuming the energy, the resources of human. We had to give some salary to that person, but now we have automated everything. Automated everything means we are not working again and again. The AI is able to do that thing. Then we have the third point, which is improved decision making. What is improved decision making? With AI we can find the patterns. You can see the word pattern. What are patterns? Some trends in the data. Okay, we can classify the data. We have large amount of data, we can classify, we can understand the pattern. For example, in India's growth in economics, we can see the patterns which are related to GDP. So this is how we can improve our decision making with AI. Okay, then we have boosting productivity. AI has proved to boost the productivity of people. Earlier people used to do small amount of task in large time period, but now with AI the time period has shrunk to very few days. Earlier, for making a software, it used to take around 2 years for making a good software, but now we can create good software, new code, new modules within a few minutes with AI, or within a few hours with the help of AI. So this is how the productivity has increased. Another example is personalized experience. Do you know or have you seen the reels on your YouTube? If you have seen the different reels which come in Instagram, Facebook, Netflix, Snapchat, or the feeds, the images, all these things are what? These are personalization. Personalization means giving things which are related to a person that person is interested in. And at last we have the advanced innovation. With AI, many scientists are using AI for doing new research. They are creating new things. AI is being used in medical science for discovering new drugs. So this is how AI is helping us, and it shows that AI is very important for us in today's time. Now let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is examples of AI. It is very common. We all have seen examples of AI. Have you made a small search on Google or Bing or any other search engine? These search engines use AI to give you recommendations. If you search anything on Google, the first result that comes at the top, you often click that result. And most of the time that result will answer your question, whatever you were looking for. This is because of AI, and AI has understood the context in which you were searching, your personalization, your habits, and thus it recommends the different contents in web search results. Then we have the chatbot like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. We use these chatbots to ask questions. So this is also example of AI. Voice assistant, we are using something called Hey Google, Hey Siri. Okay, so these are things which, Hey Alexa, these are all voice assistants. Then we have face recognition system. What are face recognition systems? You can unlock your mobile with just showing your face. So this is face recognition system. It requires AI. Then we have the recommendation system of OTT. OTT apps are, for example, YouTube, Netflix, Jio Hotstar. So these apps recommend different movies, different shows based on your habits. It is learning from your habits and it is making predictions. So this is how predictions are made. And then we have the self-driving cars. What are self-driving car? We have something called Tesla car. It can drive on its own self. So you can see the image how AI is being used differently. It shows a self-driving car, an AI car of future. Now let's see the next topic. This was about the examples of AI. Now we have the application or scope of AI, where all AI is being used. Application and scope. Okay, I will move. You can see the various visuals. How is AI being used in these cases? We have agriculture first of all. If you have seen or if you have read the class 9th AI book, you might have discovered this, that farmers are using an app to find the quality of their crop. They are able to detect the various pests before the pest could spread all over the crop. They are able to control the pest. So this is how AI is helping in agriculture. It is helping in increasing the income, the productivity, and reducing the wastage. Then how is AI being used in the cities? This is a very common example. Suppose you come across a road like this. Okay, we all have seen there are traffic lights here. Now suppose we have a large amount of traffic standing here and the light is red. The traffic here is very less, around 1 to 2 cars, here 1 to 2 car, here 1 car. If the traffic light is red here, it will take around 4 to 5 minutes to complete one cycle and again become green. In such a case, if we had something called AI enabled traffic lights, the light could automatically understand the traffic, the density of traffic, how many cars are waiting, and it can automatically increase or decrease the time of waiting. Okay. Then we have the healthcare. How is AI being used in different healthcare related scenarios? AI is being used for disease diagnosis. People are uploading their own documents on ChatGPT. There was a recent case, people were uploading their documents of different test results to ask ChatGPT for whether they are prone to sugar or other diseases. So this is how AI is helping various people. Next, another case or another field where AI is being used, we have the education. Suppose the AI detects that this child is having difficulty in understanding algebra, then it will recommend the contents which are related to algebra. So this is how we are using AI to improve the score of children. We are prescribing different learning We are personalizing the experience of students, personalizing experience, intelligent tutor system, language understanding, content generation, mathematical reasoning. All these cases require AI. Another case is finance, and this is very important case because AI is being used in real world to detect whether the person who has come to the bank to take loan, whether that person is can become a fraud. Okay, to detect fraud detection, risk assessment, algorithm trading, data driven finance, decision making. So all these things are related to finance where AI is being used. Another case is business and industry. Now this is very revolutionary field, business and industries, because machines and AI enabled machines are being used such that these machines are doing tasks which require automation. In machines, you can see in factories the machines are doing tasks which are very same, they work in loop. Okay, so businesses and industries are using AI for customer support chatbots, for predictive analysis, process automation, operational efficiency improvement. I have seen some organizations which have enabled AI enabled attendance, and AI is helping the employees to recover from stress. So this is how AI is being used in real world scenarios. Now let's move on to our next topic, that is the disciplines which are related to AI. What is discipline? Let's search the word discipline. So discipline here means the control or restraint. Okay, but what is the actual meaning that is described here of discipline? Discipline means the various subjects which are related to AI. AI is not a standalone isolated subject. It is related to various subjects. For example, computer science, we all know AI is itself a part of computer science. With computer science, AI learned the various technique of writing algorithms, programming, data structure, operating systems, and software engineers for building AI systems. Another subject which is related to AI is mathematics. What is mathematics? We all know maths. So if you have done coding, you know that coding is actually doing maths. Coding is itself doing maths. We use various operators, plus, minus, division, multiplication. We use different formulas like taking average, mean, mode, median. So these are all the things which help the machine or AI, and in this case AI is taking help of linear algebra, calculus, probability, statistics. Okay. Then we have cognitive science. Cognitive science, the word cognitive is related to brain, understanding, brain, learning. Now cognitive science is helping machines to understand, we understand actually how humans think, and then we try to apply the same logic to a machine. How humans learn, we apply the same logic of learning, perception, problem solving. These are all things which are related to cognitive science, and we are applying this logic same to AI. Next we have linguistics. What is linguistics? Linguistic means language. So if we have a chatbot like hey Alexa, hey Siri, okay, hey Google, we are doing all these things to ask AI. In such a case, AI is interacting with us in the natural language of human being. What does this show? We are using the topics of linguistics, the subject of linguistic. Then we have philosophy. What is philosophy? Philosophy is a very deep subject, or I would say very complex subject. It studies the logic. Okay, so we study actually logic in philosophy. So philosophy helps AI to understand the reasoning, the knowledge, the representation, the decision making skills. All these things require philosophy. Now we have understood the various disciplines and we are clear what are we going to study. Now we will see the different types of AI, and this is the most important part of our AI, this chapter, types of AI. Types of AI starts with narrow AI. What is narrow AI? AI which is weak. It can only be applied to a narrow field. For example, we have virtual assistant, recommendation system, spam filter, image recognition. These things are good at only their own fields. We cannot place a virtual assistant to do a image recognition task. Okay, so these are those which are designed for a specific task only, and they cannot perform anything other than their own task. Then we have the general AI. The word general means it can be applied to any field, okay. And so till today we have no AI which is general AI. So we can say that it is just our imagination that one day we will have a AI which can work at any field, any job, and we will call it general AI. Okay, theoretical AI, capable of performing any intellectual task that humans do. So this is just like a human being which is a machine, a human which is a machine. Humans can do any task. This general AI will be able to do any learning, any task in any field. Human level reasoning will be required, learning across domains will be required. Domains means various subjects will be required, and autonomous decision making will be required. And the third one is super AI. Super AI is just a hypothetical example or hypothetical type. If you have seen the movies, the science fiction movies that show the AI robots which are ruling over Earth, then those robots are called super AI. They are the super AI. Okay. We have the various differences given here, narrow AI and general AI, the difference between them. First, there is the definition. Narrow AI is trained on a specific data which is related to a specific field to do a specific task, whereas AGI or artificial general intelligence or general AI, it is a theoretical AI which is capable to perform any task. Okay. Then capability. On the basis of capability, narrow AI can be said to be weak AI, general AI can be called strong AI. Adaptability, who is more adaptable? Adaptable means ability to change oneself, to adapt based on the changing needs of the environment. Weak AI, strong AI, narrow AI or general AI. General AI can adapt, but narrow AI cannot adapt. Okay, we have some specialized core traits. It has some specialized execution. Its job is fixed to perform fixed task, whereas the general AI will be able to perform human level tasks, any task in any field. Okay, then we have the examples. So this is very common example: virtual assistant, recommendation system, spam filter. If you have seen spam filters, if a OTP is sent on your email, it often lands in your spam. Okay, so that is a spam filter. That is an AI which is putting that email into the spam folder of the email. And image recognition. So all these things are examples of narrow AI. What are the examples of general AI? There are none examples. We do not have any examples which are related to general AI, but we have some examples from science fiction movies where a robot is performing tasks like human, any task. Now we will see the difference between weak AI and strong AI. Weak, as the name suggests, the thinking is weak, it is simulated, whereas a strong AI is actually thinking what it is doing. Okay, nature, it appears to behave intelligently, but it actually lacks consciousness. It is just mimicking, it is just acting that it is intelligent, but in reality it has no awareness, no consciousness. It is not living. And in strong AI's case, it will have some kind of intelligence, but it is still a hypothetical thing. Then Y factor. Y factor means process data based on rules and probabilities without understanding the meaning behind it. Why is the AI performing that task? If the AI is able to understand that question, then it is general AI. If it is not able to understand that, it is weak AI. Okay, if we will ask ChatGPT, why is ChatGPT answering to us? The ChatGPT will give us some general examples. It will give some mimicking of human, what would a human say, but in reality ChatGPT does not possess right now the ability to have the answer of this question. Why is ChatGPT there? Why is AI working? Okay, then we have the examples. A basic example, chatbot, customer service chatbot, zero actual sense of its own existence. And then AI, which generally feels that it is living in the world, and it has, when an AI is able to understand that it is living in the world, it will have its own subjective knowledge, subjective skills, subjective learning and understanding. So this is the philosophy behind artificial intelligence. Take a look. We first said the basis of capability. On the basis of capability or scope, we can classify into narrow and general AI. Whereas next we said the different philosophy of artificial intelligence. The philosophy may we have the weak AI and strong AI. Now this is the interesting thing, the super AI. Super AI definition, hypothetical intelligence that surpasses, that goes beyond human intelligence in every single aspect. It will have more intelligence than human being. Scope, it goes beyond just matching humans. It excels in scientific creativity, general wisdom and social skills, strategic thinking. Fine. Next, climax. It represents movement of general and strong AI evolved to eclipse the collective brain power of the entire human race. This is a hypothetical thing. Humans have imagination, and with their imagination, humans have imagined that there will be something called super intelligence, super AI, and with this super AI, this AI will possess the whole brain power of the whole human race, all humans. Okay, so this is the super AI. Next, now we will move on to next topic. We have the advantages and disadvantages of AI. Are you seeing the different taglines or different headlines that various companies are asking its employees to leave if they are not able to use AI? So in such a case, AI is becoming a threat to our jobs. If we say that AI is becoming a threat, it is having something negative, and all those negative things will come under the disadvantages of AI. But before going on the disadvantage, let's see some basic advantages of AI. First advantage, you can see, reduce human error. Humans cannot perform without making errors for long time period. Okay, then it increase the efficiency. AI does not require any sleep or rest. AI can perform non-stop. It can handle repetitive tasks, and it can support decision making. So these are all the advantages of AI. The disadvantage are here. Disadvantage are quite famous right now in today's time period. AI is displacing humans in job. What is displacing? Moving humans, taking away jobs. And if you have seen the various or heard the news, various companies are putting billions of dollars, billions of money in the development of AI. AI is very expensive to develop. Ethical issues. AI, if used for hacking, can become very dangerous. Privacy risk. AI works on what? AI works on data. And from where is the data coming? Data is coming from the users. That means users have the privacy risks. Then dependence on data quality. Data quality is also a problem. If we train AI on bad data, the AI will not be able to perform good. Okay, so these are all the different disadvantages of data. If we say that ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or any other AI is good AI, it means they have used good amount of data to train. They have used some good techniques to train. And this shows that if we train our AI with good data, the AI will have good skills. Okay, next we have the challenges of AI. Now, challenges here means the challenges in implementing AI. Various countries are not able to afford the high cost of AI. There is lack of AI expertise. Not every engineer know about AI. Not every coding person can code AI, make AI. Then we have the problem of limited access to data quality data. Quality data means good quality data, and data is the new gold in today's time. Data needs to be collected, and when we are collecting data, there arises a problem of privacy. Whose data can we collect? Can we collect the data of all the users, their all contacts, their all images from their gallery? No. So we require some good quality data from the internet, and good quality of data is insufficient in today's time. And then we have the high cost and low awareness. AI has high cost. The cost of making AI, the cost of deploying AI, and the cost of maintaining a whole server for AI is very expensive. Okay, and the awareness is very less. Not everyone know. Then we have the privacy and security concerns. AI can lead to various problems like as we can see, we had seen in the previous disadvantage of AI topic. If AI used for hacking, it can become various security concern. So this is how the problems of AI exist. And we have the lack of collaboration. What is lack of collaboration? If a country or if an organization or company has become good, they have got good AI and they have got the good skill to build an AI, we see that they are not collaborating with smaller organizations or smaller countries to help them also build the AI. So this is the problem that we are facing in today's time, which are related to AI. Then we have the intelligence. This is the critical part of artificial intelligence. We have a whole course of in college level related to intelligence and AI. How is intelligence related to AI? Okay, first let's understand what is intelligence. What is intelligence? Intelligence is the ability to learn from experience. What is intelligence? It is the ability to learn from our experience, understanding information, solving problem, making decisions, adapting to new situation, achieving goals. These are all the things which are related to intelligence. What is the meaning of intelligence? Intelligence means in Hindi buddhi, chalak, clever. Someone who is able to take decisions which are good. Now, how can we say that something or someone or a person or a machine is intelligent? We will try to mark that person or thing based on these factors. If it is able to understand the information which is given to it, is it able to solve the problem, is it able to make the decisions, take good decisions, adapt to the new situation, and is it able to achieve its goal. So these are all the important points which are related to AI or intelligence. Next, characteristics of intelligence. So these are the characteristics that we just saw. Learning, ability to learn new things, gain new knowledge. Reasoning means reasoning. If you solve the problems related to reasoning in your Olympiad, reasoning means thinking logically what will happen, reasoning why is it happening. Okay, problem solving, if you are given a situation, what action will you take? Problem solving. Perception, understanding the surrounding, what is around me. Then decision making, what is decision making? Trying to take the best action based on the available resources, based on the available options. Then adaptation, adjusting to the new situations. So these are all the characteristics which are related to intelligence. If a thing, a person, a machine has all of those characteristics, we will say that that machine or person is intelligent. Now we have the examples of intelligence. Human intelligence. You all know humans are intelligent. Animal intelligence, intelligence which animals have. Artificial intelligence that machines have. Human intelligence help humans to learn a new language, solve maths problem, recognize faces and make plans. So these are all the different intelligence skills that humans have. Animal intelligence, a dog learning command, a crow using tools. Have you heard the story of crow putting stones in the pot so that the water level will increase? So these are all examples of animal intelligence. A dolphin solving a problem. Okay, so animals also possess some kind of intelligence, but it is not at that level of humans. Then we have something called artificial intelligence, the third type of intelligence which is created by human. Voice assistant, self-driving car, and computers playing chess. Humans versus machine intelligence. What is the difference? You can see the table. Humans learn naturally. We have the biological capacity to learn new things, whereas machine learn from data. It requires a proper structured data. Structured data can be in form of a table. Okay, then humans have emotions. I will get aside. See, humans have emotions. Do machines have emotion? No. Humans are creative, but machines are limited creativity, or I would say machines are not creative, because creativity requires the ability to think out of the box, something new, whereas machines or AI can only take decisions on the basis of the data which it has been trained. It cannot think outside of that data. Then we have humans which are adaptable, machines which are domain specific. Humans can adapt in any field, machines are not that much adaptive. Then we have energy efficiency problem. Humans are energy efficient, machines are resource intensive. It requires electricity, it requires good amount of data to function, it requires a skill, it requires time. These are all the different resources which are required for making machine intelligent. Then we have the last critical part of this whole lesson. What is AI? AI is an intelligence which help machine to do these tasks, as you can see. But what is not AI? What is not AI? Having consciousness, having human intelligence, self-awareness, emotion, belief, personal experience, common sense, genuine understanding. These are all things which are biological, which AI does not have. Or these are all related to psychology. Then we have how AI differs from humans. What is the difference between AI and human? AI can generate creative looking response from pattern recognition, not consciousness or thought. You all have heard the stories of different poets in English and Hindi. They wrote different stories based on their life experience or their creativity. In the case of AI, if I ask AI to create a poem, a song, lyrics of a song, it will just learn from the pattern, how is the poem written, pattern, and it will just copy the same pattern and create a new poem. But it did not create anything which was completely new. It just used its own data, nothing new. So this means AI is not same as humans. Next, AI's role. AI is powerful, but it mimics. Learn the word mimics. Use this in your exam. Mimic. AI will mimic opinions, or AI will mimic human intelligence. It will act intelligent, but it is not intelligent. Then, after understanding all these things, do you think can AI replace human beings? The answer is both yes and no. AI will replace those human beings who are doing repetitive tasks. That task can be performed with computer. We can use the automation for performing those tasks. So AI will replace those people who do not know AI, who do not know how to use AI, and they are doing repetitive tasks, data heavy tasks. But AI will create new jobs for those fields, those sectors, or I would say those people who know how to use AI. So people who know how to use AI will replace those people who do not know how to use AI. So if you are watching the video, that means you have the consciousness of why AI is important in today's time. Okay, now we'll see the last part, that is history or intelligence, history or origin of AI. The history of AI dates back to ancient time, ancient Greece, I would say, where logic was invented, or I would say the logic was being developed. For example, we had a person called Aristotle. Aristotle was one of the famous person. We call it Aristu in Hindi. Aristotle gave different theories, different logical thinking, different and different his understandings of how is things functioning. So he invented, or I would say he was one of the first person who would think about logical reasoning. Then 1940s was the time period when first electronic computers were developed. If you recall the 1940s to 1945, in this time period a war was going on. What was the war? What was the war that ended in 1945? This was the World War II. World War II. So in this time period, all the nations were fighting with each other, but in the meantime they were also focusing on creating something that would become revolutionary. So computers, early first electronic computers were developed in this time period. In 1943, we have a person called Warren McCulloch and Walter Pitts, who for the first time proposed mathematical model of artificial neuron. What is neuron? Neuron is those small cells which are present in our whole brain. It helps in processing, it helps in understanding, learning. So artificial neuron was first mathematically proposed by these two people in 1943. Then came the 1945, the time period when World War II ended and serious AI research began. Okay, now scientists are no more having threat of their life, threat to their different livelihood. So now scientists are inventing or researching about new things, and in the meantime we have Alan Turing. He is called one of the forefathers of AI, one of the fathers of AI, but actual father is John McCarthy. Okay, so Alan Turing proposed the Turing test. He created a test to test whether a given machine is intelligent or not. At the time period, this was a very important or complex question, or to ask whether this machine is intelligent or not, because it was the starting of AI. No one knew about AI. Then came the term artificial intelligence for the first time. John McCarthy used the term AI at Dartmouth workshop, and this is called the birth of AI in 1956. After that, there were various inventions. We have perceptron. This was created by Frank Roosevelt. It was one of the earliest neural network models. What are neural network models? We will study in the later chapters. Then in 1966 we have a chatbot, first chatbot, Eliza. Eliza, as the name suggests, Eliza is a chatbot. It was one of the first chatbots which demonstrated basic human computer conversation in that time period. Okay, then we have 1970 ka time period. What is this time period? In this time period, the people, the investors were no more interested in investing in AI. So we call it the time period of AI winter. Means the research slowed down. People are not that much interested. Then again AI winter came in 1987 to 1993, and suddenly we have a new software, a new computer which is able to defeat a human, a grandmaster of chess. Okay, so Deep Blue was one of the first. It was a software, it was an AI which defeated the world chess champion Garry Kasparov. So this was the person who was defeated by an AI. So it became a great news in the whole world that an AI, a machine, is able to defeat a human. Then the series would continue with IBM's Watson defeating humans in a quiz show called Jeopardy. Then AlphaGo naam ki, there is a DeepMind. AlphaGo is an AI which is created by DeepMind. We have DeepMind creating AlphaGo, which is defeating Lee Sedol in the game of Go. Have you seen the game of Go? It's just like a chess, but in place of the chess piece we have a small carom like shape of pieces in white and black color. So this is a complex game. It is a complex game, and a machine is able to defeat a human in a complex game. This became a world news at that time period. Now we have completed all of these topics: history or origin of AI. We started with definition. We have seen need or significance. We saw the examples of AI. We saw the application of AI, disciplines, types, advantages, challenges, intelligence, and history or origin of AI. If you are interested in using or researching or reading from this mind map or PPT, you can download the TspApp and open AI. Open the first chapter, Introduction to AI. You will find mind map, slideshow, and history or origin. I hope you liked the video. If you have any question, you can ask in the comments. Thank you for watching.